Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Bibelfrågor TV. Today I have a message for the 45th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. And as many of you know who've been following this, I've been supporting Trump for a long time, and this is not, I don't just do that just like that. How it started was I get a dream that I should support him because God supports him, and that's how it all started. And now I got another dream which I will share just in a moment to Mr. Trump, and you get to hear it too, so that we all can test this and come to the conclusion about what God wants, because that's what this is all about. It's not about me trying to get some attention or things like that. It's just about getting the word of the Lord out, and people can test it for themselves and think for themselves. That's very important. And anyway, as many of you know, Mr. Trump is following God in many issues, following the Bible, how it describes things. For one example, just this with globalism versus nationalism. Of course, God wants the whole world to unite under Him, and it will happen also at the return of Jesus Christ, that the whole world will unite, but not in the way that people are trying to do this now, for this global thing, and that is without God. And we have one very good example about this, and that's in the story about the Tower of Babel. And it says after the flood of Noah, the people gathered in Babel, that is now Iraq, in this area, and they tried to build a tower. And this tower represents many things. It represents the human effort to try to save himself without God, and also how Satan and his angels are triggering people to do things that is not the will of God. So anyway, this tower, the global actors in the world are trying to build again, and it's mostly about how you think, and that you are not putting God's will in the picture. You just want human wills and human documents to rule the world. And we have many examples of this. Agenda 2030, the United Nations effort to try to control things. And there's many other things like this, the climate change agenda and the Paris Accord. That also Mr. Trump showed right away this is not right, and he cancelled the Americans' involvement in that. And that was the right thing to do, because in the Bible, after this tower was built, of course God, as I said, God wants to unite the world, everyone to be with Him, but it cannot happen without God. It must be God involved, and it will happen through His Son, the return of Jesus Christ. But the human effort to do this is not going to work. So anyway, Mr. Trump went against this global false agenda that will never work, and he did the right things about canceling the climate change accord, and he put America first and his nation first. And that is also from the Bible, because God gave us different nations after this Tower of Babel, and that was the will of God. So we should support the borders of nations, support nations, this global thing without no borders, and everybody love each other and things like that. Sounds good, but it's not going to work, as I said, without the help of God and without His Son Jesus Christ in the center. It will happen. He will be the uniting force when He returns. But what happens before that we can read in the book of Revelation, that there will be a false peace, a false leader, the Antichrist, and also religious leader, false prophet, and there will be a false system. That will be a control system that we also see now building up. But it's not the right system. It's not what we should follow. And Mr. Trump have done many things to show us that the global effort or tries with the United Nations and things like that, it's not working and it's not good for people. So anyway, I will that was a short introduction. I will now go to exactly what I saw you, Mr. Trump, do, and why you need to think about something. I just put it out here and you test it for yourself. It's not about anything else. Just test it and think about it, and we'll see what will happen. Anyway, so this was the dream. I saw you have been working against these people with the help of God, and you're doing the right thing. But when it comes to this vaccine issue and how to stop the pandemic or the plandemic, as I say it's really all about. It was planned long ago, and they had all these technologies and the PCR tests and everything. They had it in stock when it happened. It was no spontaneous at all, and it came, of course, as also Mr. President, you said, from the Wuhan lab, and it was not happening spontaneous. So it was planned from these global forces who want, in a tricky way, fool humanity. So that's what it's all about. And the only way this can stop, really, is that we find out the truth and follow the truth, no matter what the cost is. Even if we have to die for the truth, follow the truth and not follow these lies that the mainstream media and the fake news are pumping on us in many different ways. And Mr. Trump have gone against this news as well. But on this issue of the vaccine, and this is what I saw in the dream, you signed a deal with these people who are following Satan and following the globalist agenda. You can call them many things, but the main thing is they are pushing for this agenda that is exposed in the Revelation 13, that there will come a person who tries to control the whole world with false narratives, and he's trying to be a fake Jesus to save humanity, but he's not really. So anyway, you, Mr. Trump, on the vaccine issue, you signed, as I saw in the dream, you signed a deal with these people, and this is not going to help this vaccine. It's not going to help the situation, and now we can see also 1 year later that it has not helped, and more people died in 2021, as you, Mr. Trump, yourself said. More people died in America, for example, than with the vaccine than before in 2020 without it. So that just tells us something. Yeah, and I know that you've been getting this message from a lot of other people too, but I just want to give it to you from Sweden, and I didn't get this when these other people who are now coming forth. I get it a long time ago, but I now bring it forth because I think it's the right time. I feel it's the right time to do it now. So I just want to. I'm not doing this inspired by others, just inspired about the timing. I get the message from about a year ago that you signed this deal that was not good for you or for America. So I just want you to test this message and look at what you have, the facts about how the vaccine have been working, and And of course, the mainstream media is trying to always say that the vaccine works great and things like that. And I just read an article yesterday about the first woman in Sweden that got a vaccine. They had a TV camera there and everything. She was quite old, but anyway, the media then says, "Oh, she got it," and yeah, but she died 3 months later. But it was not about the vaccine. It was just normal circumstances, and she died. Yeah, like this. So this is the story we get all over, that they are trying to say it was not the vaccine, but many people, or just the big difference between 2020 and 2021 is the vaccine push. We have, of course, we have quakes, and people are not getting food, and war, and we have all those things, and we had it in 2020 as well. But the single one big difference from 2020 and 2021 is that the vaccine has been introduced. And of course, not everybody dies, but they get a lot of problems. I have a lot of friends who get a lot of problems after they take this. So there's something not good in this. And I just want you, Mr. Trump, to test this once again. And I know you've been getting these messages, but test it once again. And now it comes from another country, not your own. It comes from Sweden. So just test it, and I think you will win a lot for your campaigns in the future if you find out the truth and the whole truth, and confess about this to the public, because the truth sets all of us free, and that's what this channel is all about: the truth, and telling people the truth, and that they should test this, because this also is a message, it's a dream I get. So you must test this. I'm not saying everything is correct, but I believe so. But test it for yourself, and also my other people who are watching this, test this message about the vaccine, and check the facts. And to end this, I just wish everybody a happy new year. So bye for now, and see you in another video.